Imagine your voice. Just your voice. Making your next video totally captivating, maybe even go viral.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
We were looking into this, and a channel like Watch Mojo, they hit 25 million subscribers. And apparently their early voiceover wasn't even, technically perfect.
Right, but it had presence, it had energy. That's what pulled people in. The voiceover itself is the key.
Exactly. But often for creators starting out, maybe for you listening, it's that background noise, or maybe the sound just feels a bit unprofessional. That can really hold back a great idea.
It really can. What's fascinating and what our research really highlights is that voiceover isn't just like sprinkled on top of faceless content. It's the absolute backbone. It's how you communicate.
So it's more than just having a nice voice.
Oh, much more. It's
Right.
really a performing art. Think about it. You're creating an atmosphere, an experience. It needs to be immersive, memorable, engaging. That's what keeps people listening.
Okay. So our mission today in this deep dive, we're going to unpack some simple, really inexpensive steps for you to record clear, professional sounding voice.
Get you feeling confident, right? Ready to actually hit record and create those captivating faceless videos.
Exactly. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Why does sound really matter this much? We touched on it, but let's dig in. Imagine your voice making your video go viral. Why is audio quality so fundamental, especially when there's no face on screen?
Well, think about it. In a faceless video, your voice is the face. It's the primary connection. If it sounds bad, noisy, echoey, hard to understand, people just click away instantly.
Yeah, that bounce rate. Oh, so the challenge is that noise, or maybe just sounding kind of flat or unprofessional?
That's usually it. Background hum, maybe reverb from the room, mouth clicks,
Yeah.
all that stuff. It distracts from your message.
So the solution is just clarity, making it clean and easy to listen to.
Clarity is king. It's the heart of a great faceless video. It builds trust, it keeps attention, it makes you sound like you know what you're talking about, even if you're just starting.
Okay, this is crucial stuff.
Yeah.
So join us as we break down how you can achieve that clarity.
Definitely. And hey, before we move to the next bit, if you're finding this helpful already, maybe hit that like button. It helps others find this too.
Good point. Now for you listening, let's get interactive. What's your biggest problem right now when you try to record sound? Drop a comment below, we want to know.
All right, chapter 2. Choosing a microphone. This is a big one. Did you know that sometimes even like cheap microphones can actually make your voice sound kind of muffled or distant?
Yeah, the built-in mic on your laptop, usually not going to cut it for pro sound.
So the challenge for a lot of people, especially starting out, is maybe not having, fancy equipment. They think they need a super expensive mic.
Right, but you really don't. The solution here, honestly, is a good budget-friendly USB microphone. Something like a Blue Yeti or similar models. You can often find them used even for around $50 to $100. It's a huge step up.
Okay, a USB mic, simple enough. What about how to use it? Just stick it right in front of your mouth. Good question. No, not directly in front. The trick is placement. Keep it about 15, 20 centimeters away. That's like 6 to 8 inches. And position it slightly off to the side, maybe at a 45-degree angle.
Why off to the side?
That helps reduce plosives, those harsh P and B sounds that make a pop. It also avoids that kind of boony, bass-heavy sound you get when you're too close. It's like a built-in human filter.
Got it. Distance and angle. Simple, but makes a difference.
Huge difference. And also, watch your input level, your gain. You don't want it too high, causing clipping or distortion. Aim for peaks around nagged 6 dB maybe.
Okay, practical tips there. So here's a quick call to action for you. Grab your phone right now, find the Voice Memo app, and just record one sentence. Hear how it sounds. That's your baseline.
Yeah, do it. And hey, let us know in the comments what microphone are you currently using or thinking about getting.
Moving on. Chapter 3, your recording environment. This kind of ties into the mic stuff, doesn't it? Do you think background noise is just impossible to beat sometimes? Because it really feels like it.
Huh. Yeah, it can feel that way, yeah. Noise is persistent. That's the challenge, right? The fridge humming, traffic outside, your computer fan.
The dog barking.
The dog barking, exactly. It all gets picked up, especially by more sensitive mics.
So what's the solution if you don't have a soundproof booth? Which, let's be real, most people don't.
Right. The key is finding the quietest room possible, even if it's just your bedroom. And then acoustic treatment. But it doesn't have to be fancy foam panels.
Oh. What else works?
Soft stuff.
Yeah.
Blankets, curtains, pillows, even a closet full of clothes. Hang them up, lay them down. Anything to absorb sound waves and stop them bouncing around, creating echo or reverb.
So like build a pillow fort.
Basically,
Yeah.
a grown-up pillow fort studio. And don't forget a pop filter for your mic, that little screen thing. It costs like $5 or $10 and really stops those peep pops we mentioned.
Yeah.
Essential.
Okay, quiet room, soft furnishings, pop filter. That sounds doable.
Totally doable. And always do a quick test recording. Just record silence for 10 seconds, listen back with headphones. What do you hear? That tells you what noise you need to tackle.
Smart. Okay. Action time for everyone listening. Find the quietest spot in your house, maybe throw up a blanket and record something. Compare it to your phone memo from before.
Yeah, hear the difference. And tell us what's one clever trick you've discovered to reduce noise in your recordings. Share it below.
Okay, chapter 4. Voice training and prep. We've got the gear, the space. But what about the actual voice? How do you make your voice sound, catchy and engaging, not just flat?
Great question. Because your voice is your instrument here. The challenge is often just sounding monotone or maybe a bit nervous, which comes across.
You get that.
So the solution starts with prep. Seriously, a 5-minute warm-up makes a huge difference. Lip trills, humming, gentle scales. It just gets everything working smoothly.
Like an athlete warming up.
Exactly the same principle.
Yeah.
And hydration. Yeah. Drink water. Avoid those little clicks and pops from a dry mouth. Posture, to sit up straight, allow your diaphragm to work properly.
Diaphragmatic breathing. Sounds technical.
It just means breathing deep from your belly, not shallow breaths from your chest. It gives your voice support, power, and helps you speak in longer phrases without gasping. Breathe slowly, silently.
Okay, warm up, hydrate, sit tall, breathe deep. What about actually sounding interesting?
That's about performance.
Yeah.
Acting ability, really. Connect with your script emotionally. Vary your pace, your pitch, your volume. Emphasize key words. Don't just read. Talk. Write like you speak short sentences. Active voice. Build in pauses.
It's about bringing energy to it.
Energy and authenticity. Be yourself, but like an energized version of yourself. Also, quiet clothing. No wrestling jackets. And if you mess up, just pause, take a breath, and repeat the sentence. Don't apologize on the recording.
Good tip. Saves editing. All right, your turn to take action. Try a 5-minute voice warm-up right now. Stretch your mouth. Feel the difference. Then try reading something out loud with energy.
Go for it and let us know. What specific voice exercise or technique did you practice today? Comment below. Oh, and if you're getting value, hitting that subscribe button ensures you don't miss future tips.
All right, chapter 5. Editing with Audacity. You've recorded something. It's probably not perfect yet. Did you know that Audacity, which is totally free software, can actually make your voice sound almost studio quality?
It absolutely can. It's an amazing tool, especially with beginners. The challenge, of course, is that raw recording might still have some background hum, or maybe your volume is a bit uneven.
Yeah, maybe you spoke softly here, louder there.
Exactly. So the solution lies in a few key Audacity tools. First, noise reduction. You select a bit of pure background noise, tell Audacity that's the noise profile, and then apply it to the track.
Magic button.
Kinda, but be gentle. Too much noise reduction sounds robotic and weird. Use just enough to take the edge off the hum. Often a little EQ helps more.
EQ, equalization.
Yep. Think of it like tone control. You can gently cut frequencies below, say, 80 hertz to remove low rumble. Maybe a slight cut around 250, 350 hertz if it sounds a bit muddy. Small tweaks make a big difference. Avoid just boosting highs randomly.
Okay, noise reduction, EQ.
Compression. This is huge. It basically makes the quiet parts a bit louder and the loud parts a bit quieter, evening out your volume. Makes the whole thing sound more polished and professional, much easier to listen to.
So it smooths everything out.
Precisely. Audacity has decent built-in compressor settings you can start with, but remember the golden rule. Editing refines a good recording. Can't really rescue a terrible one. Garbage in, garbage out mostly.
Right. Get the recording right first. Okay, challenge time. Download Audacity if you haven't already. It's free. Open up that test recording you made and try applying noise reduction and compression. See what happens.
Experiment. That's the best way to learn. And share with us. What's one cool editing trick you learned or figured out in Audacity? Let everyone know in the comments.
Okay, final chapter. Chapter 6. Testing and improving. You've recorded, you've edited. Is your voice ready? How do you actually know if it's good enough? Time to test it.
This step is so important, but often skipped. The challenge is, well, you might think it sounds okay because you're used to it, or maybe you miss something. Your ears get fatigued.
Yeah, you kind of lose perspective.
Exactly. So the solution starts with critical listening. First, always test your final audio with headphones. Not just any earbuds, but decent headphones if possible. Listen specifically for any remaining noise, echo, plosives, or weird volume jumps.
Catching those little mistakes.
Right. Then, the real test. Play it for someone else, a friend, a colleague. Someone who will give you honest feedback. Ask them specific questions. Is it clear? Is it engaging? Is anything distracting?
Ooh, asking for criticism. That can be tough.
It can, but it's crucial for improvement. Perseverance, self-awareness, and actually using that feedback are key. Don't just defend your work. Learn from it.
Good point. It's about growth.
Absolutely. And keep learning. Listen to professional voiceovers you admire, like on channels Kurzgesagt or, even How to Basic for a Different Energy. Don't just enjoy them, analyze them. What makes them sound good? The clarity, the energy, the pacing.
Learn from the pros. Okay, final action step for you. Take that audio file you just edited, put on some headphones, and listen closely. Then, if you're brave, send it to one friend for honest feedback.
Do it, and let us know. What's one thing you noticed or that your friend pointed out when you tested your audio? Share your findings.
So, wrapping this deep dive up, what does all this mean for you and your YouTube journey, especially with faceless content?
Well, we've covered quite a bit, haven't we? From just getting your voice ready and warming up.
Yeah, to finding decent, budget-friendly gear like those USB mics and pop filters.
Right, and setting up your space, even just using blankets. Then the actual recording techniques, mic distance, breathing.
And the editing. Using free tools like Audacity for noise reduction, compression, EQ.
This seems like a lot, maybe, but it's really about building good habits. It's definitely a marathon, not a sprint.
For sure. But with consistent practice and using these tips we've talked about, you are absolutely set to make a real impact with your voice. Don't aim for perfection right away. Just start.
Exactly. Which brings up a really important final question for you listening right now. What is the one single, simple step you are going to take today, like right after listening to this, to level up your voice recording?
Yeah, what's that first action? Maybe it is just recording one sentence on your phone like we suggested. Or trying that 5-minute warm-up.
Or maybe downloading Audacity. Whatever it is, pick one thing.
We genuinely can't wait to hear about the progress you make. Keep learning, keep exploring, keep practicing.
And make your voice heard. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive.